happens when you paint fabric that has stains all over it? I don't know. Let's find out. I was hitting some garage sales a couple weekends ago and I came across this really weird chase. It reminded me of a land speeder. Do you remember Star Wars? That's what this reminded me of, and you know what? I just had to grab it. This thing had obviously been stored outside for quite a while. The dirt on it was pretty crazy, so I'm trying to clean it up. It's a long shot, I know, but we're gonna give it a try. It's filthy. This thing is filthy. I feel like I'm kind of making some progress, and then again, maybe I'm just making mud. Not sure. Should I just say? I've been cleaning this thing for hours and hours, and you know what? I'm done. I used 2 cans of spray. That's enough for me. I'm not messing around with it anymore. We're gonna wait for it to dry, and we're gonna get going. All of my upholstery painting projects that I've done with DIY paint. It's so highly pigmented, it works really well. And this time I decided I'm gonna throw in a splash of vinegar. Vinegar is a dye setter, a color setter. Let's mix that up, put in some water, and here we go. That we have our runny paint all mixed up, it's time to prep our fabric. We need to use the misting bottle to spray it down. We want to get that fabric wet, not soaking wet, but a good little spritz. We're going to work that in with our hand. Now we're going to take our paint mixture that we already mixed up, and we're going to use this sponge. This is just a kitchen sponge, the one that everybody uses every day to do their dishes. This is the part I'm most worried about. You can see all these deep stains. I cleaned it a few times. It's technically clean. This is the misting bottle that I use and sell. It holds double the water of the average one. It's really good, has a nice continuous spray. You can see as I spray that down, I'm able with this cool, just regular sponge to apply the paint in a nice thin layer. So we're dyeing, we're staining that fabric. You know, all fabrics are different. They're all gonna stain differently, and I cannot say, will it work on yours? I don't know. I'd do a test run. All right, so this is not completely dry, but it is dry enough for Melanie, so she probably wait for it to dry completely. But I'm not going to, because I have zero patience. So here we go again. Coat number 2 definitely is going in better, getting more full coverage. And the cool thing is, with the sponge, you can apply the paint with the soft side and then go ahead, flip it around, use the scrubby side to work it in. It's kind of fantastic. All right, so check out coat number 2. It's not dry, but it is definitely covering better. You had the last word when you walked out the door. You drive me crazy. Coat number 2 is looking pretty good, but I'm a little sad. There's a couple areas where I can still see those stains coming through. Not acceptable. Let's do it again. Let me tell you about this misting bottle. So about 4 years ago, I took this guy to boot camp with me. I was the only one using it at that time. A friend of mine had turned me on to it. And you know what? Everybody looked at me like I was crazy. But I knew it worked really well for blending paint. Now, it's totally a thing. And they are awesome. It's awesome because it works. Normally I use liquid patina to seal up my painted furniture projects, and it always works out good. Everything stays soft. You gotta sand, you gotta scrub, you gotta water stuff down, but it always works out good. I don't have any. So today we're gonna experiment. Let's use this. My favorite sealer, this is 1 hour enamel in clear satin. This stuff is durable as all get up, and most likely this is gonna end up on my back porch. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna mix it in this, and we're gonna use water, about 50-50 most likely, and we're gonna do it the same way. We're gonna apply it with that little sponge, and then we're gonna use the scrubby side to sand it in. I'm gonna go back while this dries and do a little scrubbies again to break up those little fibers, make sure it's not getting hard and crunchy on me. You ready? Let's see what happens. I don't know. Our enamel clear is a wonderful top coat. It works super good, so why not? Let's try it. It's water-based. Let's mix it up, use quite a bit of water, and let's apply it the same way. I'm gonna go ahead and use my misting bottle, get this nice and wet, and use my sponge in the same fashion that I applied the paint. So I'm applying it with the soft side, then I'm gonna flip that over and use that scrubby side to scrub it in and use my hand to smooth it out. Okay, so it's starting to dry now. It looks a little discolored, but you know, oh no. Let's just think about it. Some places are wet, some places are dry, right? Here, starting to dry. Like, so this is so soft right here, but it's still wet, so that's not fair. Right here. Just get a little scrubberoo. You can see how it changes. Ooh. But it's softened up. So I'm just going to keep an eye on this and keep giving it a little scrubberoo, using the same thing I've been using. Continue to give my fabric a little scrubberoo as it dried to keep those fibers soft and pliable. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and mix up some colors so we can do some stenciling. I don't want to worry about blurring or any of that stuff. Like, let's not make mud, guys. So I'm going to go ahead, mix my big top into my paint, and then stencil with it. One of those 4-part stencils, a little tricky, like you have all these different steps, and I have one stencil brush. I don't want to wash it, so I'm just going to try to take each step and use what a color I know that I'll want with each little step, and then move on down so I don't have to clean my brush in between. Worked out pretty good, messed up in a couple places, but you know what? All in all, I like it. Wasn't a real soft fabric to begin with, so it's kind of hard to tell if it would be considered different than the original fabric texture. Feels the same to me. It's not soft, wasn't soft to begin with. There you go. All upholstery, all fabrics are going to take your paint that you made into a dye. They're all going to take it differently. There's no way to know until you do a sample and try it. Always easier to go from a lighter color to a darker one. Trying to do it the opposite, dark to light, never really works out. Question of the day, did we cover the stains? You know what? Looks pretty good. I think if I look super close, I can still see some. But all in all, you can't tell. You just really can't. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and remember, only you can make it happen. If you're interested in any of the products that I use in this video, you can find them on my website at windmillvintagedesigns.com. See you next time. Don't forget, only you can make it happen.